Welcome back to my channel, Modern Stoic. Today, I explore signs she has a secret crush on you. Welcome to Wisdom of World, the place where we decode the mysteries of love, relationships, and everything in between. Have you ever wondered if someone secretly likes you but isn't saying it out loud? It's a question we've all pondered at some point, isn't it? Sometimes it feels like there's something more behind their words, their glances, or even their silences. But without confirmation, it can be hard to tell if it's all in your head or if there's actually something there. That's why recognizing the subtle sign of a secret crush is so important. Not only can it clear up the confusion, but it also empowers you to take the right steps toward clarity. Whether that's to pursue something deeper or simply set the record straight in this video, we're diving into the world of subtle signals, the gestures, behaviors, and unspoken cues that reveal her true feelings. We'll help you connect the dots so you can finally answer the question, does she like me? Stick around to the end, because the last sign might just blow your mind, and trust us, it's one you don't want to miss. Now, before we dive into the signs, let's take a moment to understand something fundamental: why people keep their crushes a secret in the first place. You see, there are plenty of reasons why someone might hide their feelings, and believe it or not, it's not always about you, it's often about them. First, let's talk about fear of rejection. This one's huge for many women. The idea of putting their emotions out there only to have them unreciprocated is enough to keep them silent. Rejection hurts, it stings, and avoiding that kind of vulnerability feels safer. Then there's the pressure of social or cultural norms. In many cultures and communities, women are subtly or sometimes overtly encouraged to hold back and let the man take the lead. Even in today's world of evolving gender dynamics, these traditional expectations still linger. A woman might think if he's interested, he'll make the first move, and so she waits, even if her heart is screaming otherwise. And let's not forget personal insecurities or past experiences. Maybe she's been hurt before, or maybe she doesn't feel confident enough to let you know how she really feels. Shyness, introversion, or even a history of heartbreak can create barriers that make expressing feelings feel impossible. When you understand the why, it becomes easier to empathize with her position, and that's the foundation for reading the signs we're about to discuss. So now that we know why someone might keep their feelings hidden, let's get to the good stuff. The signs that she's got a secret crush on you. Ready? Let's go. Let's dive into the subtle signs she might have a secret crush on you. Pay attention to these behaviors they could reveal. More than words ever could. 1. She's always around. Have you noticed? She's always nearby, almost as if by coincidence. Maybe you bump into her at the coffee shop, or she just happens to be walking past your desk more often than necessary. If it feels like she's constantly in your orbit, it's probably not by accident. Here's the thing: when someone has a secret crush, they'll find excuses to be near you. She's not going to outright tell you she wants to be close, but her actions will say it loud and clear. Think about it. Does she linger longer in group settings when you're around? Does she show up to events you casually mentioned you might attend? These aren't random occurrences. She's positioning herself in your proximity, hoping you'll notice her without making it too obvious. Remember, it's not about stalking or being intrusive. It's subtle and understated but consistent. And if you're seeing this pattern, it's a strong sign. She's interested too. She engages in prolonged eye contact. There's a reason people say eyes are the windows to the soul. Eye contact can be incredibly telling, especially when it comes to hidden feelings. If she locks eyes with you a little longer than necessary, or makes an effort to hold your gaze, it's worth paying attention to. This type of body language is often subconscious. It's not something she's doing deliberately, but here's the case. Prolonged eye contact is usually followed by one of two things. She might blush and quickly look away once you catch her, or she'll hold your gaze with a soft, almost shy smile. Either way, she's communicating her without saying a word. So the next time you catch her staring, don't brush it off as a coincidence. That look might just be her way of telling you how she feels without the risk of saying it out loud. 3. She remembers small details about you. Here's a question. How often do people remember the little things about you? If she's recalling details you casually mentioned weeks or even months ago, it's no accident. Maybe you mentioned your favorite band in passing and she suddenly suggests you check out their new album, or perhaps she remembers your favorite coffee order or the name of your childhood pet. These aren't trivial details, they're breadcrumbs of affection. When someone is genuinely interested in you, they'll naturally pay closer attention to what you say. It's her way of showing she's invested in knowing you better and connecting with you on a deeper level. So if she remembers your random preferences, your favorite hobbies, or even your birthday, take note. It's a sign that you're on her mind more than you might realize. 4. She laughs at your jokes. Even the bad ones, have you noticed that she always laughs at your jokes? Even the ones you know aren't funny, whether it's a genuine chuckle or an exaggerated laugh. This is a strong indicator she's into you. Laughter is one of the easiest ways to show interest and create a sense of connection by laughing. She's letting you know she's paying attention and enjoys your presence, even if your humor isn't exactly top tier. It's not about the joke itself, it's about making you feel good and showing she values the moment she's sharing with you. 5. She finds excuses to touch you. Physical touch is a powerful form of communication, and when it's subtle and non-threatening, it can reveal a lot about how someone feels. If she finds little reasons to touch you, a light tap on your arm during a conversation, brushing lint off your shoulder, or even an extended handshake, it's likely intentional. These small gestures aren't random. They're a subconscious way of testing the waters and building a sense of intimacy without crossing boundaries. Physical touch allows her to create a deeper connection while gauging your response. So if you notice her initiating these little touches, frequently don't underestimate their significance. It's her way of saying she feels comfortable and connected to you, and that she might want to take things a step further. 6. She compliments you often. You look great today. You're always so confident. It's inspiring if she's frequently complimenting you. It's not just out of politeness, whether it's about your appearance, personality, or achievements. These compliments could mean she sees you in a special way. Think about it. When someone admires you, they'll naturally want to express it. Compliments are her way of showing appreciation and drawing attention to the qualities she likes most about you. If these compliments feel genuine and consistent, take note. They're a subtle but meaningful sign that you've captured her interest, and she wants you to know how much she values you without being too obvious about it. She acts nervous or awkward around you. Have you noticed she seems a little different when she's around you? Maybe she stumbles over her words, fidgets with her hands, or appears unusually shy in your presence. These small, seemingly insignificant signs can actually reveal a lot about how she feels when someone has a crush. They often become hyper-aware of their actions and words. This heightened self-consciousness can make even the most confident person feel off balance. It's not that she's uninterested, it's quite the opposite. Her nervousness stems from a desire to make a good impression. She wants to show you her best side, but might struggle to relax because she's overthinking every move. So if she seems a bit awkward, it's likely because you're someone she genuinely cares about impressing. 8. She teases you playfully. Have you noticed that she loves to tease you, tossing in little jokes or light-hearted banter? This kind of playful interaction is more than just fun. It's often her way of flirting when she teases you. It's not about putting you down. It's about building a connection, creating a sense of familiarity, and seeing how you respond. Maybe she mocks you for being late to every meeting or laughs at how seriously you take your fantasy football league. These playful jabs aren't meant to hurt. Their design team are to spark a unique dynamic between you two. So if she teases you in a way that feels personal but kind, it's likely her subtle way of saying, "I like you, 9. She goes out of her way to help you. Does she offer to lend a hand when you're overwhelmed, even when she doesn't have to? Maybe she helps you with work, runs an errand for you, or gives advice when you need it most. These selfless gestures are her way of showing she cares about your well-being. When someone goes out of their way to support you, it's because they want to be a meaningful part of your life. It's not just about the act of helping, it's about the thought behind it. If she's consistently showing up for you in ways that others might not take it as a sign that you hold a special place in her heart. 10. She asks about your relationship status. Here's a big one. Does she casually slip questions into conversations about your love life? Maybe she asks, "Are you seeing anyone?" or drops hints like your girlfriend must be lucky. These inquiries aren't random. She's testing the waters to see if you're available without being too direct. It's her way of protecting her feelings while still gauging if there's a chance to move things forward. So if she's subtly or directly asking about your relationship status, it's a clear indicator. She's interested and wants to know if the door is open for something more. What to do if you think she has a crush on you? So you've picked up on some of these signs and you're starting to think she might have a crush on you. What's the next move? Let's break it down. First, pay close attention to her body language and tone. Is she genuinely interested, or could her actions be friendly affection? Look for consistency. If her words, gestures, and behavior all align, you're likely onto something next. Reflect on your own feelings. Do you like her back? Are you open to a relationship right now? It's important to understand where you stand before making a move. If the feelings are mutual, it's worth exploring further. When you're ready, start small. A casual conversation can work wonders. For example, bring up a shared interest or ask her opinion on something personal but non-threatening. These interactions help you gauge her interest without being too direct. If you feel confident, reciprocate her signals subtly. A thoughtful compliment, a bit of light teasing, or even initiating plans to spend time together can go a long way in building rapport. But here's the key. Always communicate respectfully if you're not interested. Let her down, gently and with kindness. A simple, honest explanation can save you both from unnecessary confusion or hurt feelings. Navigating these situations with empathy and clarity ensures that no matter the outcome, you both leave the experience with respect intact. Common mistakes to avoid. Now let's talk about what not to do first. Don't mistake friendliness for romantic interest. Not every kind gesture or compliment means she has a crush. Look for patterns over time. Consistency is key. Second, avoid overanalyzing her behavior. It's easy to get caught up in dissecting every glance or word, but doing so can lead to unnecessary confusion. Instead, focus on the bigger picture, and finally, don't put her on the spot. Pressuring her to confess her feelings before she's ready can backfire, making things awkward or even damaging your connection. Let her open up on her own terms. If she chooses to remember, maturity and patience go a long way in handling these situations effectively. Conclusion. So there you have it. The subtle signs that a woman might have a secret crush on you, from prolonged eye contact to nervous behavior. These cues can help you read between the lines and understand her true feelings. Recognizing these signs is only half the story. The real magic happens when you respond with empathy, confidence, and respect. Whether you decide to pursue something deeper or simply maintain your friendship. Conclusion. If you've noticed several of these signs, there's a good chance she has a secret crush on you. From subtle body language cues to the way she engages in conversation, her actions might be revealing more than her words. The key is to pay attention, observe her behavior over time, and trust your instincts. If you feel the same way, consider making a move and seeing where things go.